to the jungle, and the jungle is ready to roar here tonight at the Memorial Coliseum. The Komets, Kalamazoo Wings, we're getting ready. It's the big one, Turner Cup action, quarterfinal play. This is going to be the toughest series in the IHL, the Komets and the Kalamazoo Wings. How about your goaltending? Who starts the series?
Sean Gauthier will be starting the series. He's a youngster, but he's played extremely well the last two starts. Pokey had some shaky starts his last couple, so Sean earned the right to start the first game here, and we'll take it a game at a time from here.
A bad send-off?
No, that'll get everybody wound up as if they already aren't.
Yeah.
Again, we're getting ready for the face-off, and the Komets, of course, getting ready. And if they're not ready now, Bob, it's too late. They know how important this game is.
It's going to start in goal for Kalamazoo. And on defense, it's going to be Paul Gerard and Brad Berry. Up on the forward line, Big Craig Cox, along with Steve Goddess at center and Timmy Lenardin. For the Fort Wayne Komets, the Rook gets the spot tonight. Sean Gauthier picks up the spot in goal. Comet defense with Kerry Lusick, along with Jean-Marc Richard up on the forward line. It's going to be Lee Davidson, Corey Kocher, and Steve Fletcher. Jean-Marc Richard named the Defenseman of the Year in the IHL, won the Governor's Trophy. First All-Star defense as well. Scotty Gruel made the second All-Star on the wing. So that takes care of the All-Star honors for the Fort Wayne Komets. So Big John Mark got what he deserved. He earned every bit of that one. The most outstanding defenseman we've seen play here in a long, long time or any place in this league. 9:40 left here in the first period of play, and a 2-0 lead in favor of the Kalamazoo Wings.
Well, again, at this point here, the Komets just about a half a step from being at their top speed, and they've just somehow got to dig down and get everybody going so they can get a little momentum and get that forechecking going. Kalamazoo still having time, move the puck out of their own zone and clear the zone before Komets can get in there and get effective to get any shots on goal.
Mark Jansen on the faceoff now against Boudreau. It goes back into the corner. After it is Darren Smith. Here's Smitty. Drops it off behind him, intended for Mark Turner. Turns in behind the net, trying to check his man off the play. And Darren Smith roughed up a little bit of it. Out front, score, Komets!
Turner! Just as we mentioned, the Komets got to turn it up a notch. Bruce Boudreau got in there with the forechecking, and all of a sudden the puck popped loose, went back to the defense. A good shot from the defense. Boudreau got the rebound, cleared it over the open side to Turner, put it in the open side of the net, and the Komets get their first playoff goal. Get back in this game at 9:29. They're only down by 1, 2-1 Kalamazoo, but the Komets got something going. Number one, the crowd's back in the game.
And Robbie, as we've said many times, Mark Turner doesn't have 40 goals, but does this kid ever get big ones? He just comes through with a goal when you need one. And that was an igniter right there. Komets now dump back into Fort Wayne zone. Bobby J is there. Up he comes near boards, and we have Turner with a goal. Smith. So the kids came through from an unnamed source and came up with a big one there. Hey, out to Colin Chin. Chin looking to Gruel. Scotty's got it. Here he goes to the right corner. He's looking. Out in front of the net he comes. He's there. He fires. Almost got it. What a move by Gruel. Came out all by himself. Here we come again. Now the jungle's beginning to warm up. That one goal made a difference. Now here's Gruel again into the zone. And Gerard really going after Gruel, and no call is made.
Well, he came from a long ways, and Gruel,
he sure did.
He was standing flat-footed on the blue line, getting ready to dump it in, and Gerard, he comes flying from all the way to the other side, got a piece of Gruel, not all of them, but just knocked him off balance. But as you mentioned before, the forechecking is coming as the Komets pick the pace of the game up. It's getting to be the Komet style of game, and they've got to get in and force Kalamazoo to throw the puck away and make some bad passes.
Down behind the net, off the near boards, fed up, and where's it coming? Dropped into the corner. Around behind the net.
Coming up.
And that was never called until he looked. He never saw the penalty till he looked around. He wasn't even watching. He wasn't even watching it.
Well, McRae took Reynolds out on the board, and interference, that's what he's going to call. The puck was coming around. Reynolds was waiting for it. McRae took him out before the puck got there. And as you mentioned, the referee didn't look like he saw the whole altercation. He just saw the end result. Interference. Komets got themselves a penalty at the 8:05 mark.
And the fans are upset because they've seen what's been going on here, the running that Kalamazoo has done. And the Komets have turned the other cheek, as they were supposed to do. You're not supposed to get into a cheap shot battle, but have the Komets been handing out some dandy shots here tonight? Excellent.
Well,
and the "We Want a Ref" chant is going up early. Too late now. All right, it's Mark Turner. He'll draw against Steve Gaddis just outside the wings line. 2-1. Komets trail it by a goal. Turn. Here they come. Kept into the zone one more time by Richard. Out the middle it comes. Knocked down again as after the puck was Jansen. Turn cross ring. Corey Kosher's got it there. Here's Corey. Flips it over the defense all the way back in the corner. And no call made at all. I can't believe it. As bushwhacked from behind was Gruel. Right in front of the guy. Here's and it'll be in the face-off circle to the right of Sean Gauthier, the K's goaler of record at the moment. 4-1 on the board, Kalamazoo. Chin hammered in the boards by Barry. Komets pick it up now. Coming out is Scotty Gruel. Here's Scotty all the way away from one man. Knocked down on the play. He almost got it back again. Back out of the zone they come as Richardson in, trying to plant his man. Oh, look at Gruel come back. Unbelievable. All by himself laying there. He was a one-man gang. Back checking on that one. Here's Chin coming across the zone. They're really hooking him up hard. He's hooked off. Well, it's about time somebody called a penalty. My gosh. That's about the fourth one he could have called and the first one he's called.
Well, again, Chinner had the puck. He was zip-to-doodling along the blue line. He got inside the Kalamazoo wing, and all of a sudden everybody was grabbing, clutching, and finally they gave him a good hook, knocked him down, and as we mentioned, the Komets needed a break. They now have the power play, and we'll see if they can get that working. It was not working the last 3-4 games of the season. So a key element right here, can the Komet power play work? Can they get a goal here before this period ends?
If and that's the case, that's got to help Mr. Moe when it comes back. Scotty Gruel just before that had put on an individual performance that was incredible, almost from end to end. And just nothing was going right.
Well, I don't see that strategy too much. He's got two small forwards, good stick handlers, and good puck handlers up front on the forward line. And he's got Richard and he's got Corey Kosher, the big shooters on the point. And the shooters aren't shooting. They're moving into the smaller guys after they've got it back to the point, and they're just getting out muscled in front of that net. When that puck goes back to Kosher or goes back to Richard, they got to wind up, let the shots go. Hopefully the Komets get the rebound or a deflection or a screen shot.
Now the Boudreau back in one more time, feeds in front of the net. Chin had a reach for it, takes his man off the puck. Here we come back out of the zone. Here's Corey. Shoot! Score!
Yeah! 1 second. Talked about getting that back to the point and using the big shooters, and that's exactly what Boots Rudo did. He dug that puck out of the corner, got it back to Kosher. He got the shot off a whip between Larry Dick's legs. Komets get themselves a power play, their second goal of the period with only 1 second to go. That's got to be a big boost.
So, big one. So, Kosher getting the goal. Chin. And Boudreau had the assist. It was a power play goal. 6 goals scored in the first period of a playoff game, and that's getting close to shootout time. To the side of the net, Dick has to hang on as Chin carried off the puck on the corner of the net.
Well, you're seeing two things by two different goalies. Right now, you're seeing...
Look at this. Look at this. Four guys on Fletcher. And Fletcher just slaps Ciccone alongside the head as they're trying to bait him now.
Well, again, Fletcher breaking in there. Dick grabbing the puck and getting the whistle, and Fletcher just going in. And all of a sudden, he had 4 players surrounding him, and all of a sudden, we're going to get a couple of penalties.
Actually, 4 guys went after Fletcher in front of the net, and Ciccone took a little dig at him with a stick, and Fletch slapped him right alongside the ear.
Well, at this point, if Fletch keeps quiet, nobody's going to get any penalties, and they're going to be right back to hockey, and that's the way he's calling it. Nobody getting any penalties. They were just mucking it up a little bit in front, So a good call by the referee by not giving anybody a penalty. Nobody really got themselves involved enough to draw a penalty. Al Sims, seeing that Fletch has done his job, gets him off the ice, get Hankinson out there before he does draw a penalty.
And Fletch told me in the dressing room tonight before the game, he says, I got to keep my cool tonight. He says, and if I blow it and it costs me, somebody's going hard with me tonight. Now it's kept in at the zone. Now it is Lusick, threw it right back to wings, and back up it comes. Herneman on his way to the Fort Wayne line. And Lusick rides Herneman off the puck. Down in the zone he comes, fires it off to the near boards. Look out, got a man in the corner. A shot, and Reddick is hanging on. Nothing doing there. 13:30 still to go. And you know that little one-period sit-out might have had Pokey's wheels going too. Boy, he is quick.
Oh, there's no doubt. Psychologically, Pokey was figuring he was going to play, and Al come up with a little bit of a surprise to everybody, of course. And that's got to make Pokey think. You know, he's down here to try to get an opportunity to get a shot at the NHL again next year, and he's not going to get it sitting on the bench. Now he's out there. He's got the opportunity. He could come out of there looking real good if the Komets come back and win this hockey game.
Here we come, Komets now on the move. Kocher coming out. Lead pass good to Jean-Marc Richard. Off the boards, around behind the net, all the way through the far side. In a big pile up in the corner. In goes McRae. Gruel trying to dig out the puck. McRae trying to dig it out. Here's Chris. Still has it. Kicks it around the corner. Still has it. They still move it into the corner. Now Gruel. Out it comes to the point. Here's Kocher. Cross rink to Richard. That's the goal. Now score, Komets. It is Boudreau.
Power play goal by the Komets. They dug it out of the corner, moved it back to Koser. He made a great pass across to the blue line to Richard. Richard give a flip pass in, and Bruce Boudreau skated in front of the net, knocked it out of the air, down into the corner of the net, and the Komets get a power play goal. Their third goal, get back in the game at 4-3. They're down by 1, 11:09 to go. Big goal for the Komets.
So, listen to the jungle go now. 4-3. The Komets back within 1. Now it's time to hang on. Man all the way right side. They got a man out front of the net. That one deflects wide, far board. Kocher in hard. Nicely knocks his man off the puck. Up it comes from the point. Knocked down in the corner. Flickel couldn't get to it as he's hooked off by Messier. They get a man out front. Messier there. He couldn't get to it. Another rebound, and Pokey's got that one. In the corner. Reddick around the far boards. Hurry up. Out front, Poke, baby. Here they come at the top. Back in the corner. Shaughnessy now. In he goes on Messier. They try to get another man out front. Knocked down there. Kocher with the puck. And I'll tell you, Pokey Reddick kept the Komets in that one, Robbie. He kept them in.
Two excellent saves, and then he cleared the puck, and that's the one thing Komets were missing with those saves.
The jungle, folks. The jungle. Point. Bobby J. back down the left side to Lee Davidson. Davidson deep in the corner. Now coming back up out of the zone. Tipped to the corner by Turner. Turner now looking around. Davidson back to Mark Turner. Mark Turner fires! Right in front of the net. Rebound. Turner's got it again. Holds it deep into the corner. Now the Komets still have it as Turner pulled off the play. Moves back up out of the zone. Turns. Still has it. Now back behind him. He feeds it off to Davidson. Mark looks. Fires! Oh, front of the net. Knocked down again. Davidson's got it. Now Davidson turning it. Right corner. Where's he going to go with it? Can't make a move. Out to Turner again. Here's Turnsey. Fires! Score!
Hey! Green shot! Different chances from the off wing, and he looked a good shot. He had hit the net every time. This particular one, goaltender was screened. I don't think anybody deflected it. Puck seemed to go straight through the screen. Komets tied up on another power play goal tonight at 12-19.
Oh, the jungle's alive. Yes, indeed. See who scored it here. Look for the face-off. Here we come again. Turner. It was Turner.
12
Komets are back at a 4-all tie. Shot clock to 2018 in their favor. And Al Sims gave them a little bit of the magic elixir, but this isn't over by a long shot yet, Robbie.
Oh, there's no doubt. But again, a different power play combination. We haven't seen Turner or Davidson on the power play too often, and they kept shooting from off the wing, and that's not something you've seen the Komets do. But it worked. It worked the third time. Turner finally got his third opportunity. Let the shot go through the screen. Larry Dick right away was waving at his defenseman. He never saw the shot. Right in the low side of the net. Komets tie at 4-4.
All right, now Komets driving right back into the zone. Around the far side. Fletcher goes in, and pulling off the play was Reichel right out front, off to the far corner. Roy Mitchell now coming back out of the zone, knocked down by Shaughnessy. Jags at center ice. Run back deep into the corner. One more time, Ciccone around behind the net, and Fletcher runs him off the play. Up they come and knocked down right back into the Fort Wayne zone. Fletcher's got to run hard for this one. I should say it is. And at that point, no icing is called. Here they come again. Out at center. On the move into the zone. It's Fletcher. Feeds it through. He's got it back himself. Cross rink it comes. And Fletcher is really given a cheap shot. Off the far boards. Komets have it. Here's Shaughnessy going in front of the net. Who's got it? Komets have it. Can't keep it. Now, that time it was Gruel. A shot in front of the net. Save! As Shaughnessy goes to the front of the net.
Shaughnessy got run down the far end, and then he moved in front of the net on this particular play. Got the shot on goal, and Larry Dick come up with a big save. Komet momentum is on the move.
That was awesome, Robbie. Just plain awesome. Here we come as it's Lucic out now as Carey checking around. He winds it up, puts it around behind the net, all the way across the far dasher. In goes Hankinson out at the point. Now John Marcus. Whoever took a run at John, he picked it.
Here we are.
Here we are. Score, Komets!
Hankinson.
It's a one-on-one. Reynolds coming to the line. In he goes on. Gruel made a great defensive move and knocked him down. Down goes Richard, tying his man up in the corner. They'll get a whistle and a face-off. Maybe Scotty Gruel's not a defenseman, but by God, that's one of the best stick checks I've seen in a long time.
Right.
5-4 Komets. They've come up with 4 consecutive goals to light the fire. And Fletcher is right now telling O'Halloran, the referee, look, if you want me to behave, get these guys off my back, or I'm going to tee off and get a riot going for you. They've been killing me all over the place tonight. And these are the kind of hockey games that you can hang on and make them go. They really unify a team. Big sign up across the way. We love you guys. And they do, you can tell. On the zone, has the puck. Round the far boards, dug out by Goddess on the left boards again. They got Cox in front of the net. Can't get the play. Cox, big guy. Can't play it. All the way they go left side. Now back in the corner. Bobby J comes up with his puck. He's coming out of the zone. Nice lead pass to Kocher. Here comes Corey at the line. He's around the D. Out front. He scores!
Bobby J got the puck. Instead of driving it down the ice, he fed a little backhand pass off the board. Koshar went in one-on-one, and I think everybody thought he was going to let the big shot go. He faked the defense, made the deke, scored the goal. Komets ahead 6-4.
Koshar. Don't lose it now. Here we come into the corner, trying to set it up in front of the net. Komets bang it down the length of the rink. They're still shorthanded. Kocher with a goal is second of the game. It's now 6-4 Komets. As Ciccone coming back towards center ice, feeds the lead pass to Goddess as they pick up the D. A shot, a save, and the Komets have it again. Hankinson off the boards. Back it goes into the wing zone one more time. All right. right. Penalty's over. They survive the power play. Wings come all the way to center, to the Fort Wayne line. Wide, knocked down, turn to center ice again. They leave a man hanging. Komets get it back. Boudreau, lead pass up to Scotty Gruel. Gruel into the zone, going wide to the right side. Here he comes in behind the net. Pulled off the play, far corner. Picked up by Wings. Gruel in now. Forecheck and Moylan. Around the left side, it is Gerard coming up the board. Zagatas intercepted. Komets have it. Here's Scotty. He goes back in the corner deep, and they burn up the clock some more. Got us on the board, trying to take it away. Boudreau. Got us coming up the middle, all the way to center ice. Knocked down at the Fort Wayne line by Bobby J. Bobby J right back into the Wings corner. They're going to take an icing on this, and the goaltender took the play. Here they come again. Smith leads a dandy that time on Gerard. At the line they come. Hanging on to it now is Leonard, and Smith leans on him. On behind the Fort Wayne net, Bobby J one more time. Here's Bobby. Where's he going? Nicely up the middle, and it is Davidson out to Kosher. Here's Corey. Thumps it into the corner. Back goes Darren Smith. He got a shot right behind the goaltender. And they lost that puck for a while. And drawing a crowd, Corey Kosher. It's a buzzer! We'd let you enjoy what was going on here because these fans have seen one of the most tremendous periods of hockey you could ever hope to find. The Komets scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight goals, 4 of them in the second period to move to a 6-4 lead over the Kalamazoo Wings, and there was no doubt about at least that period how they handled it. On Wowo, Comet Hockey.
The never say die attitude of Comet Hockey, and the other thing is we've got the crowd, and there's no crowd in minor league hockey like this, and believe me, I've played in every minor league there is, and this is it, and they're usually good for a goal or two for us, and we're hoping the same thing continues through the playoffs.
And there's 2 guys on Fletcher again, taking him into the far boards.
Well, again, they're just trying to upset Fletch, trying to get him off his game and getting him involved in things. And he just got to keep it cool and just walk away from the situation. Referee getting in between them right away, telling Fletch, let's play hockey. And he's all for it as long as they don't try to do anything silly.
Stepping into this one again, Lusick, as they're really checking the man right at the corner. And Wings are having trouble coming out, but here they come again. And one man in. Here he comes to the front of the net. Reynolds trying for the play. Couldn't get it. Oh, and another one he couldn't get. Across the goal mouth. Komets have it back.
Kalamazoo broke out quickly. They had a breakaway. Jean-Marc Richard, he was able to grab a hold of Reynolds and get him from getting a solid shot. When he got the shot off, Pokey was able to get a piece of it. They slid into Pokey. Then all of a sudden the rebound came out. Pokey saw him, and all of a sudden the next shot he was able to somehow knock it out of the air, grab the puck. Komets dodge a bullet, and they stay with a 2-goal lead. 14:31 to go, and Kalamazoo putting the pressure on.
Unbelievable as they came hiking out of there with the puck and got it off to the corner, and that was a big, big defense there because one there at 6'5", and hang on to your old puck because, baby, it's going to fly. Face-off, up it comes to Gruel out at the point. Lusick a drive, just missed the corner of the net. Wings now trying to pick it up, coming back out of the zone, all the way to center, to the Fort Wayne line. It's Miller breaking to the line. Feeds it off left side. Nice defensive move. Oh, and Pokey Reddick with an incredible save. Came out the far board. Scotty Gruel wheels it up the near side. Jean-Marc Richard nails his man. Richard can't get it out of the zone. Kept in, turned back into the corner. And on the play, look out, front of the net, knocked down by Davidson. Lee pops it out to neutral ice. Back through it comes to Mitchell. Mitchell waits, puts it back in the Fort Wayne corner. On the play, Shaughnessy back in the boards, trying to get to the puck. Here's Shaggs. Look out, up the near boards. Trying to dump it out at center, which he does. Races on for the loose puck. Who's going to get there this time? Goaltender Houck takes the play up the near boards. Held by Fletcher for a moment, but back deep in the corner it comes. Now Kosher in hard, trying to rub his man off the puck. Wings coming out of the zone. Fletcher nails his man. Kosher nails his man. And now Chin goes in and knocks Robinson off the play. Chinner pops it to neutral ice. And a cheap shot in the corner as Reichel nails Chin. broken up by the Komets. Here's Lusick back over center, picked up again by Kalamazoo. Into the corner they go. Going wide, only one man on the play. John Mark was sharp. Oh, what a save on the play by Pokey Reddick. As Kip Miller made a sensational play and got around the best defenseman in the IHL, and Reddick stoned him at the goal mouth.
Well, again, Miller just was able to get the backhand off. Pokey was a little bit out of position after stretching out, and fortunately for Pokey, he was able to reach back as the puck was going in the goal crease. Throws the puck up, 3:57 to go. Komets ahead, 6-4, great play.
You want to talk about a big save? They don't come any bigger than that one, Robbie. Point from the point. A screen shot. Nicely turned to the corner by Pokey. Out the far boards. Back in the corner. One more time. Scramble. Oh, what a save. Reddick again. Here's another one. Front of the net. Komets have it. Unbelievable. Now Richardson, I should say Davidson, feeds it out. It's center to Bobby J. All the way cross rink. After it goes Darren Smith. Back into the Fort Wayne zone. No problem here. We're going to be offside. Pokey gets the call. Hey, look out. Icing. 1:59 icing, and the Komets are, the crowd's going Pokey, Pokey, Pokey. Oh, and he put the hokey pokey on him tonight, I'll tell you.
Well, you saw a little mistake by the Komets, and all of a sudden you got a Kalamazoo player standing on the doorstep, just him and Pokey. He basically faked Pokey out. All of a sudden when he shot it, second effort by Pokey, got the stick up, knocked it out of the air. Komets stay within that 2-goal margin, 2-goal lead. 1:59 to go. You're looking at 3 shifts, 3 solid shifts, and everybody's got to give 100% on every shift they're out there.
There's Coach Irons right there, and that's what you have to do. Exactly right, boy. You got to bust it now and keep it in their end if you can.
It's off going to be deep in the Komets zone, and here comes the goaltender. 1:36 to go. Kalamazoo giving it all they've got left. They're going to try to really force the play and try to get that next goal.
That almost had the right ricochet if he'd have pounded her a little harder, but here they come again. Back it comes. Out at center, Girard coming to the line with 1:20. All the way in, wide right side, trying to crash a man to the front of the net. Can't do the job. They do get a man up front, but he couldn't get the shot away. Barry has it knocked down. Here come the Komets. It's Hankinson. Lead pass to Gruel. Scotty puts it in.
There it is.
Open net.
Aha, Scotty Gruel. And he waited before he got over the red line, before he let that shot go. Open net goal. The Komets jump ahead 6-4. 1:11 to go. 3-goal lead.
Big one. That's the one that put it out of sight right there. Scotty Gruel. And the fans are happy now. 1-1-1 left on the board. 7-4 is the score. Komets open net goal, Gruel.
Well, again, Scotty got the draw. He got it up, I believe, to Chenner, who moved it to Hankinson. Hankinson made a good play. Gave it to Scotty. He hesitated just to get over the red line. Then he gives a little flick of the wrist. He hit the open net. Komets got themselves a 7-4 lead. 1:11 to go. Face off at center. Davidson.
Across the line. Drops it through. Cut drive. Pokey with a save and a rebound. Coming back out to Kocher. Here comes Corey. Looking around. He's over center. Still keeps the puck. Fires it deep into the corner. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Mitchell coming back.
Big win.
Unbelievably big win. Komets with a 1-0 lead in Turner Cup action. And the Komets go down and really give Pokey the big bear hug on this one. What can you say? The fans are still standing buzzing. What an incredible hockey game. Once the Komets got it unwound, there was little doubt on the final outcome, as although the shots were even Steven up and down the line practically, and Kalamazoo had a lot of shots, and Pokey Reddick was equal to the task because he was busy in those last 2 periods, no doubt about it. But that was the character builder that I felt the Komets had to have, Robbie, because if they came and had a bad game here, and it started out like it wasn't going to be too good a game, they were going to lose their momentum, and they were going to have to fight like crazy to get it back in a place that's hard to win in, and that's Kalamazoo. Komets rally from a 4-1 deficit to claim a 7-4 victory over Kalamazoo. Game 1, quarterfinals, Eastern Turner Cup action, and now we go Friday night to Wing Stadium in Kalamazoo.